Hey GCC, this is Jeff Schreiner, just congratulating you on a first anniversary, and here's to many more to come. I'm just your friendly Facebook moderator and member of the Labyrinth Lifers. Peace.
What's up, GCandC? This is Casey Knight, aka The Movie Knight. Just want to say congratulations on hitting the 1 year mark. You guys are always rocking it with awesome content, and I'm proud to be part of the GCandC family. So here's to the future and more awesome videos.
Hi guys! As the parents who made you,
and the Patreons who support you,
happy first anniversary!
Hi guys, it's me, Dren Gamingvids, and I wanted to congratulate you on your 1 year anniversary. So keep up the good work. Cheers to you, mates.
They're still going on YouTube 1 whole year later. Are you kidding me? Who the hell would watch them for a whole year? Oh, hey, sorry. Oh, I was just getting ready here to say something really nice about you guys. Pika. See? Just like he said. Whatever he said. Who knows what he really says? Does anyone know what he really said? Well, I'll tell you. He said, congratulations for sticking it out for a whole year on YouTube. Now that's got to be something to celebrate. Putting up with you guys for a whole year? Hey, let's all break out the champagne and celebrate that one. Pop the top. Pour the glass. Have a drink on me, guys, because here's to another year. Or maybe 6 months. We'll see how you go, huh? Well, actually, really, for me, it's only been the last few weeks. Because I only just subscribed to you guys. But everybody else, oh yeah, they're celebrating. Pika. That means, well, I'm not too sure what that means, but I'm sure it's something nice. And that deserves one hell of a congratulations. Games, comics, and culture coming at you live.
What's up, everybody? Thank you. Thanks so much for the videos. Really appreciate the congratulations. That's it. It's a year. Episode 52. We did it. What up?
Hell yeah.
This episode of Comically Gaming is brought to you by Blockhead Printing. For all your custom nerdy shirt printing, cons, parties, or gaming clubs, this is a full-service, badass screen printing company. Check out blockheadprinting.com. Corey?
Hey, what
Cheers.
up?
We did it.
Cheers to a year.
So somehow we made one video a week and didn't miss a single fucking week for a whole year doing this crap.
Yep.
We went from 0 subscribers to 574. It's craziness, right?
Yeah.
We talk about
awesome.
it. If you watch all these shows, we talk about it pretty often. I think our high expectations for a year in were 20 subscribers. Yeah. I think that's what we would have been considered good to us. And so, really blown away by 574. Thank you for all the people that joined this week. We went from 558 to 574 in the past week. So welcome. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate the support.
Definitely.
And yeah, so Corey, how's your week?
It's good. Good. What did I do this week? Played a little more Persona. I actually took a few days off of Persona for the first time. Yeah. I'm actually really missing it, so I need to start playing it again. Yeah, for sure. I was going really hard on it since it came out, and so I just took a little break.
Sure.
But played a little. We played Vermintide 2 nights ago.
Yes.
Still fun.
Still fun. Yep, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. And then a little Ghost Recon last night. Which
how you feel about Ghost Recon at this point? Tried to have this conversation with you last week, and it didn't happen very well. So revisit. How are you feeling since we got the full game finally?
I really like it. It's cool. Yeah, I mean, I like playing it with 4 people. With me, you, Wojo, and Oliver is awesome. I feel it's really fun co-op with the group, hanging out, jumping on helicopters together, cruising around, taking on missions. Basically like the beta. I mean, a lot of people it's got kind of mixed reviews. A lot of people said it's repetitive and stuff, but I feel like if you have a group of 4, it's a great game to. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
One minute we're all jumping out of helicopters that we placed C4 on so we can make it explode while we're all parachuting down. Yeah. The next minute we're in these big speedboats, bashing, doing a boat demolition derby. Yeah, it's awesome.
For sure.
You know, shame, like the Division before it, they're somewhat similar, just, Ubisoft games, you can tell it's the same engine. The shame that the story's so pointless that I don't even care.
Yeah.
I can skip every cutscene and not care at all about the story.
Yeah, for real.
But
for sure.
Testament to how fun that gameplay is that I don't even care about that at all. Having a great time playing. I'd still rather, jump on that if we were playing tonight after the show than anything else.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Good times.
For sure.
And then we did a show on this. We just finished recording a show on this. Watch it. Comic book club. Read the Walking Dead 167.
Right. Rough one.
Yeah. And
leave it at that.
And then American Gods.
Oh, did you watch this week's?
Yeah.
So, can we even have a conversation about this without being offensive to somebody? I don't know if we can.
Yeah, I think so.
So, last week, your review of American Gods was you liked it, but too many dicks.
Mm-hmm.
So, seeing how this week was pretty much 5-minute straight gay soft porn.
Yeah, it's definitely the.
What do you think?
The closest to gay porn.
First, right?
The closest to gay porn I've seen in my life, my entire life. So.
Did you care? I was actually kind of, I liked that they did that scene. And, it shows that they don't care about losing some people who might be prudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I respect them for that, because that could potentially, your ratings could potentially go down a hair after that scene.
I was thinking the same thing. I mean, no, I was cool with it. For a second I was like, oh, they're forcing a gay scene in. But then I was like, actually, I've never seen a gay scene like this before in my life, so I guess it's not really forced. It's just
right. And how many straight sex scenes have you seen? Hundreds.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
So it was what it was.
Yeah. Totally. I mean, besides that,
I'm not gay, so I wasn't super into it, but I didn't mind it. But yeah. Besides that,
the show's good, huh?
Even with that, I mean, great show. Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, it's definitely intriguing every week, and
I was hoping to see the sisters' boobs with all the dicks we've seen.
Yep, I think the show's gonna be straight the opposite of that.
Yeah, I was like, okay, we saw all those dicks last episode. Let's see this chick. She's hot, and just got a kiss out of it. But I guess we're spoiling stuff here.
Yeah. We better stop. Better stop with the spoilers.
Sure.
But
yeah, really like it.
Yeah,
really like it. Yeah.
I just like we talked about last week a little bit. Is I enjoy the fact that every time the episode's over, I have to jump on Wikipedia and research these different religions and gods and stuff. It's teaching me something in a cool way. And then
I'm not doing that. I feel like that's kind of spoilers. I feel like it'll be revealed at some point.
I don't know. I think you're supposed to realize who they all are. You
think?
Yeah. I think you are. I don't know that they're ever gonna call. Well, I can't even say it. call Mr. Wednesday his real name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think they ever will. I think they'll just keep it like it is. That's what I feel like, anyways. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah,
I
I don't know.
I haven't read the book,
didn't
so I
read-
don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
But yeah, I think it's I like to do that. You know, like I say, it's teaching me something. And again, I feel like the cinematography is great for one of these kind of B
For sure.
shows. You know what I mean? Just like Legion before it, I love the cinematography.
Yeah, it's awesome when they went from. Well, I guess I can't really talk about it.
Can't
but
talk about it.
Going
yeah.
up the stairs and the cityscape and everything it was really cool.
Yeah, if I
Yeah.
didn't have our vacation coming up, I'd say we start doing a show weekly on it too. But it's going to kind of go through the vacation right to the end, so we'll have to wrap it up at the end of the deal.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it's surprising. We've been talking about it, I guess, I've brought it up a few times in our news, but I wasn't really too hyped for it. But I'm glad to have a show right now that's
really good.
Yeah, that I look forward to every week. So yeah.
Oh, show.
Good stuff. So
What else you got? Anything?
I think that's it.
Okay. So my week was I can add on again. Better Call Saul. I wish you were watching it so I could talk about it with you. To be honest, it's so good, so good. It's great, really great. The American Gods, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Vermintide we talked about. So read a couple comics.
Did you see Rick and Morty's on Netflix now?
I did not.
It is, so we should watch that.
Yeah, we should. You're right. We should. Maybe we do that and do a show for every show for a while. Just right from the start. We've never done that before.
Yeah.
Maybe we try it out. So I got so many comics laying around from Free Comic Book Day last week. I actually wanted to read a few this week and figured instead of going after the ones that I kind of was looking the most forward to, that I would try some different ones that I would never normally read. And so I started with the Street Fighter V book and
Is that by?
It's over there. I don't know. But in G.I. Joe, one of the stores that we went to, you remember a few months back the independent comic companies had their quarter issue date? Do you remember that? Walking Dead had one, and all the Image books had one. Each one of those was for a quarter.
Yeah.
So this other company called DDP they do G.I. Joe, and they have like some kind of license for like EverQuest or something also. Maybe I don't know what it is, some fantasy franchise. But anyways, G.I. Joe. So when I was a kid, I used to love G.I. Joe books. And to me, when I was a kid, I'm talking about the 80s, the G.I. Joe cartoons, it was almost comical. They were like the A-Team where they had to specifically show that nobody died. So like even like as a plane would get shot out of the air, they would have to show a parachute coming down before they moved on. And then they finally made the bats, which were all robots, and finally G.I. Joe could shoot people because they were robots. So anyways, that was a joke. And then I remember the first time going to the Barnes and Nobles in the basement of the place in Ann Arbor, and it's long gone, and reading G.I. Joe comics that were crazy violent, like all kinds of crazy stuff that I just couldn't believe when I was 8 or whatever looking at it. So of those two books, Street Fighter V is everything that's wrong with the world is wrapped up in Street Fighter V. I can't believe that book exists. I'll leave it at that. We've gone on touchy subjects too much already in this show. It's awful. The G.I. Joe is decent.
Yeah.
I thought it's funny, like at the beginning of those DDP, they have on their front page, they have an advertisement.
By DDP.
Yeah, well, they have an advertisement that says if you take a Marvel or DC book and rip off the cover and send it to them, that they'll send you a free book. And the whole thing is about, like, it says the big two have so many books each week that they can't all be good. So if they rip you off, rip off them and send it to us. And then we'll send you a free book. So, I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. I'd never even heard of DDP before that. And in the G.I. Joe, for a G.I. Joe story, it was decent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, so that, and then had this weekend Imperial Assault night. So that's my Star Wars board game. First time ever that I've gotten past the first mission with a group of people. We usually just play the little tutorial and then we play the first mission, which I've done that like 7 times since I had this game. So I finally got a crew that's dedicated to play through the story of Imperial Assault, and it's awesome. I love it. Yeah, it's like it's D&D for Star Wars, and it's not quite as use your own imagination as D&D is, but I kind of like that too. And myself being the one that kind of knows the rules, so I play all the Imperials, and I have a book that at certain points
you're the DM,
certain things happen. And it's cool, and I kind of try and play it like that a little bit as well. You certainly wouldn't have to, but yeah, it's cool. Starts right after the Death Star blows up in Return of the Jedi, and then one of the members of our party is a Wookiee. And after we finished that first mission and went back to base, he got a distress beacon saying that his brother had been captured by the Imperials. We went after them. Once they got the door open to the cell and got the Wookiee out, the 2 Wookiees just raged and destroyed everybody else.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome. Totally sweet. So I'm digging it. Cannot talk enough about how good Star Wars Imperial Assault is. If you like board games, you like Star Wars.
Yeah,
it's a must-have. It's expensive. It's $100 to get the base game. I know that's expensive. I know it's crazy, and there's a million add-ons.
Yeah, you've shown them. Yeah,
you don't need them. You know what I mean? I would suggest to anybody get the base game without the add-on stuff, and you've got hours and hours of gameplay there.
Wonder if I could convince my local D&D group. They're all Star Wars fans.
Yeah, throw them together.
Yeah.
Like $20 each or something and do it.
Yeah, it'd be cool. For sure.
Yeah, it's great. So, yeah, that was my week. We'll move the show along. Last week, we had some audio issues that ripped down a whole part of the show. So this week, we'll talk about this guy over here. Even though the news is a little bit old. Game of Thrones. They were talking about 4 spin-offs are in the works.
I heard it's 5 now this week.
Right, so that's the new update, is that George Martin came out and says, nope, not 4, 5.
5.
So, what do you think about that? What's your reaction to the news?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unless that means it's so many that a couple of them are going to be bad, or something. Like, I mean, either way, I feel like some of them will be good. So, I'm cool with it.
Right.
I mean, it's I love me some Game of Thrones, so give me some spin-offs. I'm not like a person. I don't have cable. I'm not somebody who's watching every pointless series that comes out. So I'm, like right now, the American Gods is the only thing I watch. So. Right. So the more cool, good content that I actually care about that comes out, that then awesome. Like,
right.
So.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, even with me, I've got Better Call Saul and American Gods right now. Pretty soon, The Preacher's going to come in towards the end of those seasons, and then that'll take us back to Game of Thrones. But you're right. It would be awesome if there was 3 or 4 things I wanted to watch in a week.
Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah. So, yeah.
We'll see if they're good. It's interesting. So the few that people were like speculating about what they were, it's all prequel or side stuff, which, spoilers, you would assume means the world ends.
Yeah.
I haven't heard one person saying that we've got the story that happens after what's going on, like when Daenerys and Jon Snow are ruling the North and the South hand in hand. Nobody says that,
right?
You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting. Do the White Walker, does this guy win?
We'll see.
Would they end it like that? Like, they killed everybody you care about so far, so why not just kill everybody?
They could.
Right?
Definitely could. Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to that. So
For sure.
Another thing that got lost last week, my dad, thanks Dad, sent me he sent with my mom this article about the Star Wars land that's coming to the Disney World. And so he lives in Florida. They live in Florida. And so everything that I'd read so far has been about the shows, like Guardians of the Galaxy ride at Disneyland. Hadn't heard about Disney World. Because they live down there, me and you go there fairly often. So Disney World's the one that we care about. So just a few quotes in this article that I wanted to read and go over. So first of all, the attraction's coming to Hollywood Studios in 2019. So there is not going to be Star Wars Land in the Magic Kingdom. It's in Hollywood Studios. So that's part of it. That's the first chunk of it.
Previously, MGM.
Yeah, well, that was, 20 years ago or something now.
I feel like it wasn't 20 years ago. I just found this out like a year ago. Somebody was telling me that they went to Hollywood Studios and I had no idea what they were talking about.
I think you just haven't been paying attention. I think it's been a very long time.
I don't think so.
Because I feel like even when we went there, the year that the Muppets thing opened, it was Hollywood Studios. And that was a long-ass time ago. Jim Henson was still alive.
Maybe it was, and we were just calling it MGM or something, but I don't remember it being called Hollywood Studios.
Okay, so some more details here. A survey going out to Disney fans in recent months asked fans if they would spend $900 or more for a weekend for a Star Wars hotel and role-playing experience. So... interesting, right? $900 for 2 nights and 3 days, and I don't know. You get Jedi robes or whatever, and they get treated special around there. So one of the things that they talked about was room windows with digital screens designed to make it look like you're staying on an alien planet.
Really?
So interesting.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then
$900 though. Fuck.
Well, for 2 nights at Disney World, man, I got news for you. That's normal without the role-playing experience. So the actual Star Wars land itself is going to be 14 acres. They said it's based on a never-before-seen planet located in the Outer Rim. So it's not any particular planet that you've seen in the film so far. So obviously... there's a store when you walk into it, and then it says beyond the bazaar, the attraction will feature a first-order spaceport and an ancient forest compound where members of the Resistance can be found. So it seems like they're, as far as like the people that are going to be walking around in Star Wars land and stuff, it's going to be current trilogy timeline for that. And then finally, the other stuff that I picked out of here was that there's going to be 2 featured rides. One in which visitors can pilot the Millennium Falcon. The attraction can be different each time you ride it, depending on how well you maneuver off the rock faces. So,
really?
To me, that makes me think that it's like the Universal Studios, like Spider-Man ride or Harry Potter or something. Only somehow you have control, and at certain points, you can make it go in certain directions or whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting. And it says the other ride will put visitors in the middle of the action between the Resistance and the First Order. They haven't released details yet, but Disney executives said rooftops and ladders will make you feel like you're in the thick of it. I don't know how ladders makes you feel like you're in the middle of Star Wars, but apparently they're going to. And then
rooftops and ladders.
It also says a big part of the ride will be the presence of life-sized AT-AT walkers. So, again, I don't know if this is one of those, experience things versus a ride or what, We'll have to see. More news coming. But yeah, sounds cool.
Sounds sweet.
Yeah. I feel like, I'm not the biggest Disney World head or even theme park person, but I'll go to one with the kids every other year or something like that. And so if I can go to Star Wars Land while I'm there, I'd just soon do that as anything else.
I'm guessing we'll probably go to it the first year it opens.
I'm guessing we probably will. Yep, I agree. Hopefully that'll be the year Nintendo Land opens at Universal.
Yeah.
We can go back to back. Yep. So, comics. Did you see the new Hawkeye cover?
No.
Scooter prominently featured.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I can't even really see it too well.
So yeah,
Really
take it away.
small on my screen. So yeah. Okay. It's comics. One of the things kind of missed from last week, Marvel president of Marvel Studios kind of changed his tune on crossover between TV and movies.
Oh, okay.
This article is from CBR, I think. But during a chat with IO9, he kind of obviously previously they said it would never happen,
right?
So it's kind of disappointing. Even though the Netflix stuff, I thought it is canon. I guess it's canon, but there won't be. They said there wouldn't be any crossovers,
right?
But he kind of changed his mind. Said when asked if a character's appearance on the TV meant their cinematic future would be totally nixed, he responded, "Not necessarily. The future is a long time. So the truth is, I don't really know, but there are a lot of TV shows being made, and hopefully we'll continue to make a lot of movies. At some point, there's going to be a crossover repetition or something." So not.
Seems like he backed off a little bit, but that doesn't really say much either. That just says, I'm never say never, which anybody on Earth would be smart enough to know not to do that, you know?
Right.
Again, some of the crap is so bad that I don't want there to be crossovers.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like,
yeah,
do you want to see Cloak and Dagger characters in the MCU? Like, I don't.
No. Yeah.
You know?
But some of the stuff's good. I mean, Daredevil, you know, I mean, he said he would be hyped for it, and I don't know. Some of the stuff would be cool to cross over. Yeah, so cool, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see if it ever comes to fruition.
Yeah. So I guess I'll skip ahead then. Well, I guess this is almost all Marvel news. I guess we'll just go to the Gifted trailer while we're talking about Marvel TV.
What?
Gifted.
Awful, right? Instantly never watch.
I don't know if it was an instant never watch.
It is for me.
It doesn't. I definitely wasn't hyped after watching it, but
the fact that it's on the mainline Fox channel and it looks like that, I'm not watching that crap. No chance. Yeah.
It's got a Blink. She's cool.
I don't care. Looks terrible. I'm not gonna watch that. I'm not gonna watch the Inhumans. You know what I mean? There's no chance. Somebody that has to come out. And the whole internet needs to explode saying, "Oh my God, this looks stupid, but it's fantastic," before I start watching any of those.
I'm going to watch it.
All right. Well, that's good. We need a reporter.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest, like I feel like we talked about with Cloak and Dagger.
It looked better than Cloak and Dagger, I feel like.
It looked a little bit Cloak and Dagger, but it looked like Gotham and freaking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It looked like all the other stuff that's on those major networks. Like when we talked about Cloak and Dagger, we talked about the fact that that's just for that Disney Channel audience, and Marvel wants to have a show for them, and this is clearly for the people who watch ABC, NBC, Fox primetime shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it is. That's not me, for sure. So
true.
I'm not going to talk trash about people if they like 24 and stuff. It's just not for me.
24 was pretty good.
Not for me.
Yeah, so Gifted coming out. I don't know when.
Right.
But okay, we'll go on with the TV news. What I am hyped for is the Deadpool animated series from Donald Glover making it.
I'm totally hyped for that.
Donald Glover does everything, man.
Have you heard? Have we heard a network? Have we heard Netflix?
FX.
Have you heard anything? FX, really?
FX, they said, okay, with the success of Legion, we're looking forward to again partnering with Marvel Television to create a series that is bold, striking, and entirely original. So
I hadn't heard that. That's awesome. Then I'm even
yeah,
more stoked now.
yeah, FXX, I guess they got two things.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, cool for sure. I mean, we haven't had a. I mean, there's adult cartoons out there. I guess Archer.
Right.
You know, a lot of the stuff on Adult Swim.
But not superhero stuff.
But never a superhero. And yeah, so yeah, I guess Donald Glover did the Atlanta show, which everybody says is really good.
Yeah.
Yes. I never watched it, but he does great rap. I liked him in Community. He's going to be in the Han Solo movie. Yeah, yeah. He's going to be in Han Solo.
Yeah.
I mean, he's all over the place, and so yeah, hyped for that for sure. Kind of crazy, but cool.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and I think cool that obviously with all the Deadpool movies coming out that they do it animated. You know what I mean, I think that's a good way to do it. You know, it'll be interesting how if they try to stay true to the movie like that, or if he has a little bit of a kind of toned down personality for cable TV.
I feel like it won't be very toned down.
Yeah.
I feel like because it's cartoons, they can tone it up a little bit.
You think? Really? I don't know.
Yeah. Like,
I don't know how much more you toned it up than jerking off with a tiny hand while your roommate can't see you because she's blind.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't see that. Some of the stuff crossing over.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna watch that though. Sounds awesome. So yeah. Guess next thing, news about the Hellboy reboot coming out. Never been a huge Hellboy fan. Never read the comics. Watched the first two movies. I thought they were all right.
Yeah.
But it is a big cult classic. You know, a lot of people are super into Hellboy.
Didn't Guillermo do the movies?
Yeah, he did the first two.
So I remember just liking the style of it.
Yeah, I like the style of it, and everybody was hoping for a third one. Apparently, that's not going to happen. He said recently, but then after that, now there's a reboot coming out.
Right.
So it's supposed to be darker and more gruesome and R-rated. Yeah, what the writer Andrew Crosby gave some details. I can't really talk about the specifics with regard to the story, which they're keeping a pretty tight lid on at the moment. But I can say it's darker, more gruesome version of Hellboy. And then he said it's also going to be more that horror will be a bigger influence in it. So,
all right, sounds cool. I'll check it out.
Sounds cool. Yeah, I'll definitely watch it. And yeah, like I said, not a huge Hellboy fan, but I know there's a lot of big Hellboy fans out there. So
sure.
And then the last thing, another thing from that we kind of missed from last week, Marvel is now on Comixology.
So, $6.99 a month gets you all the independent stuff that they have before, plus Marvel now. Is that, we've often talked about how Marvel and DC are stupid, that they're never going to get readers in the digital age if they don't, change their ways. Is this good enough? Is that a good price point? Does that...
Definitely, if it's all the new Marvel stuff. I guess we didn't check all the details, but
yeah. So there's a 30-day free trial. As soon as I get back from vacation, I'm going to take the trial.
Yeah,
and then see what's up with it, because even if that's like a month behind, I don't care.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
One issue, it's nothing. Right. So
now I believe that. So I get emails from Marvel Unlimited, which is their own kind of service like that. And it shows me all the things that are being added to it. And even Marvel Unlimited seems like it's like 3 to 4 months behind. So I can't imagine that they would give Comixology stuff sooner than that.
Yeah.
Even that I could probably handle, to be honest. It seems like, you hear about all the drama about Captain America, and then before I can even blink, I can actually read those on the Unlimited.
Yeah, for sure. There's so many books, it's hard to keep up with anyway. So
right.
3 to 4 issues isn't much. But yeah, totally. I mean, I think that's totally worth it. $7. I mean,
right.
I'd pay $10 for Spotify. I pay $10 for Netflix. I would pay $7 for all of Marvel and Image.
And if DC would ever get their act together, I'd pay $10 if it was everything.
Same.
You know
sure.
what I mean?
Yeah, if you get everything on there.
Yeah. Yep, then it's done. And that's Amazon nowadays. So, Amazon's got the money to throw into it if they want to.
Yeah.
So I think they could finally do it. I think they could. And we'll see. See what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, we need a service for comic books.
Yep.
With all the digital services out there. I mean,
absolutely.
there's everything's digital now. So.
Yep. Yeah, and as we all know, if you make the price too expensive, everybody will just steal it instead. So
exactly.
We don't
wouldn't say that I've necessarily done that in the past. With
we don't even have to go. We don't have to talk.
But I do now pay for music on a monthly basis and television on a monthly basis through Netflix and Spotify because it's affordable and they have a ton of great content. So if that was the case with comics, then I would do it too.
Yeah, totally. 100%. 100%. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's what you got for comics this week?
Yeah.
All right, so for video game news this week, got not a ton of stuff. It's slowing down as we get closer to E3. Everybody's kind of holding their announcements and things like that for E3. But have a couple different things. So speaking of E3, Nintendo's going to have what they call the Nintendo Spotlight on June 13th and at e3.nintendo.com. So like previous years, they're not doing a full stage show press conference sort of thing. They're just going to have something on their website at that time that kind of goes over all their stuff. So it has a different feel to it. Honestly, I don't care if you do a show or you do your own thing, as long as the announcements are cool.
Yeah.
Sort of deal. I don't need to see the executives.
We're not buying tickets.
Yeah, right. And I don't need to see these guys on stage talking about it. Just make the designers make good games, and I'm happy.
From what Nintendo showed, they're really bad at that. So.
Right. Recently, yes.
You hop on this couch.
The couch scene was classic, actually.
That's
my most memorable part. Dude, he lounged on that couch for like 2.3 seconds. And then hopped right back up. He did not want anything to do with that freaking couch. Funny. So, yeah, we'll see. Now, they also announced as a part of that this E3, they will only be talking about 2017 games. I think that's kind of stupid because I think that at this point...
You're trying to get people to buy a Switch in November.
Yeah, right. You want to get people to buy Switches this year, and at this point, there's not enough games.
Yeah.
For you, I think Zelda alone is worth it if you got no way to play Zelda. I really do.
Well, yeah.
But for me, I have Zelda. I have Mario Kart 8. So everybody's talking Mario Kart 8 Deluxe since that came out last week.
I kind of have an excess of money right now.
You should do it, dude. You should totally do it.
Should. I have more money than I've ever had before. More than I need for my current needs.
You should get a Switch, dude. You need to be a Switch correspondent.
I should.
So, anyways, there you go. There's your Nintendo news. Talking about games this year.
Wait, Zelda mobile game. You didn't see
Well,
that?
I got that.
Oh, you said you said
holding
there's
an
your
iPhone.
Nintendo news. I thought you were
Sorry.
gonna somehow skip
No,
that.
that was gonna be different. So you're right. We'll just move to that. So it has not been announced by Nintendo yet, but according to Wall Street Journal,
Yeah.
they say that the Zelda game is coming to smartphones, mobile devices after Animal Crossing. So far, no details about what type of game it is or anything like that. That's what we want to hear. I think we both kind of agree that Super Mario Run was terrible, and that the what you call Fire Emblem was good.
Fire Emblem was good.
Right.
Yep.
So we'll see. I'm intrigued about Animal Crossing. I've always kind of liked Animal Crossing, but I don't carry portables on me all day long. So I feel like a cell phone version of it, I would play a lot more, to be honest. Who knows if this, from what I understand, it's not a full Animal Crossing game. It somehow works alongside whatever Animal Crossing game's coming out. So, we'll see what it is.
Yeah.
But Zelda, I love Zelda. Make a good game. I'll play it, right? So the two other things that I have for this week is that, first of all, there's a Rick and Morty VR game that has just recently come out to middling reviews. But anyways, the developer of that game was just purchased by Google. So it's interesting to me, again, that you've got companies like Facebook and Google that are putting money into VR right now. Whether it's for video games or not, it's weird that we're almost a year out. There's not any announced game that I care about that's a real full game. I guess
my VR-ness meter, like when it first came out, I was kind of hyped, but
right.
It already seems like a thing of the past.
Yeah, doesn't it? It
does.
So this week is Farpoint comes out for PlayStation, which has the gun peripheral and actual like real movement the whole time. I heard somebody talking about it this week, said it was the first time they ever played a VR game with full movement that didn't make them feel like they were going to throw up the whole time. So maybe they're figuring out the secret sauce to that. But interesting that with Facebook and Google being your prime people putting money into this, I feel like it's not going away either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see at E3 how much they talk about it there.
For sure.
Do we hear about more big games or not? Because if it's all going to be these half-an-hour experiences, I'll never get one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, there's that. And then the last bit of news that I had was that the studio that made Andromeda has been put on support duty right now by Electronic Arts. So they not start making Mass Effect 5.
Yeah, Mass Effect. They're saying like Mass Effect's on hiatus or something, right? Like
correct. It's not currently being developed. No,
because they're making Knights of the Old Republic 3.
That's not why. They are making a different unannounced game that they've talked about and just said, but I think it's a new IP. I think they did say it's a new IP. It's not Knights of the Old Republic.
That's not officially announced.
We'll see. Maybe they drop that bomb at E3. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, that's it. That's what I got for this week.
All right.
Yep. Like I say, things are slowing down. It'll soon explode, and then we won't be on that week.
Well, maybe I will be.
I hope so. I hope you will. So, at the end of every show, we give our shout-outs for the other YouTube channels out there, people who supported us over the past couple weeks at this point, because it got chopped up last week. But, just anybody who subscribed to us has their own YouTube channel and shares their subscriptions. We just want to give a shout-out to the rest of the world. These are all pretty much gaming-based sites or different things that we're into, comics, stuff like that. And so if you're interested in watching our show, please go check these out. We do not try and spell out the names because it's internet spelling here. Just go into the description of this video, open it up, you'll see a big section with links to YouTube channels. Click subscribe, subscribe, check these people out, and then okay, it's time. That's good timing this week. So check these people's channels out, subscribe to them. It's all good content for sure. Corey will have a buzzball in your honor. So some weeks when we have a time
Buzzball.
we like to do a little spotlight. This week's spotlight goes out to Sarah Fett. Definitely fired up about Sarah Fett. She's definitely passionate about Star Wars. Does videos that are not just your normal kind of reaction videos and things like that, but gets different, merchandise, stuff like that I've never seen before. Weird stuff, and I appreciate that it's not just the normal hip thing that everybody's talking about that week. It's like that weird find that she had at the thrift store or whatever. So we're passionate about Star Wars. So is Sarah.
We love Star Wars.
Yeah. Go ahead and click on her page down there and subscribe to it. So besides that, all these other channels, great channels as well. Thank you for subscribing to ours. Everybody go check them out. I got L. Robinson. I got Foda. Borush Valazar. I got Top 10 Retro. IYC Gamers. I got Gaz Machine Battlefield. Gaming Hut HD. And Icehawks 21.
All right. I got Malicious the Gamer. Chimera 88, Bipolaroid, a nerd named Nova, King Brawley, Hellwolf 101 Gaming, Awesome Oust, and Confidential Cucumber.
Wow, that's name of the week.
Right. That or Bipolaroid. I was thinking Bipolaroid until I got to Confidential.
I'm still giving it to Confidential Cucumber for me.
I like Bipolaroid.
All right. Double it up this week. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for subscribing this week. Good luck in your YouTube life.
For sure.
Yes, so another week, another year. Well, actually, first year. Congrats again, dude.
We did good.
We made it. Yeah. And thanks all of you for joining us on this journey.
Thank you.
Through space and time.
I'm here.
Later.
All right, see ya.